Another good way to end the week and start the weekend off on the right note. Saturday night, you need to be at the Woolston Club because there's a fantastic show on, and it's in support of Arthritis New Zealand. And of course, all of these organisations are continually fundraising. So this is a fundraising night for Arthritis New Zealand, which of course is a very serious health issue for New Zealanders here. So make sure that you head along and support this because it's going to be a wonderful show. The man himself is Reg Blackwood. Reg, welcome to Good Living. It's nice to meet you.
Yeah, it's good to be here.
So, you're a hypnotist.
I am.
Can you explain to our viewers what is hypnotism?
Hypnotism is a form of entertainment, but it's also a form of therapy, and it's based around the subconscious mind. It's based around the idea that we have a conscious mind, which is that sort of critical part of us, the ego, if you like, but behind that we have the subconscious mind, which controls all those things that we don't have to think about. Mm-hmm. So with hypnosis, all we're doing is we're accessing the subconscious mind, which is the imaginative and creative part of our mind, responding to suggestions put to it by a hypnotist. And can certainly be very entertaining, but it can also be very helpful for people as well.
So they do use it for therapy because it obviously helps them overcome issues and habits, I guess, does it?
Yeah, habits, phobias, unwanted feelings, all those kinds of things that the subconscious mind has held on to for whatever reason.
Okay, so can you tell us, in the form of when you're doing it, of course, for a performance such as this, you're obviously wanting audience participation. Is that how you work? Is that a daunting thing for audience members?
No, not at all. A lot of people say, oh, I'm not going to go along because I don't want to be hypnotised. Well, you know, in life, in many things, there are those that like to participate and those that like to watch. Now, obviously, I need those that want to participate.
That's right.
But it's no good if everybody wants to participate because I also need some people to watch as well. So just because you come along to the show, first of all, doesn't mean that I'm going to get you up on stage. You have to volunteer. You have to be selected. And once selected, you're going to have a great time. I mean, you're going to feel really relaxed. You're going to feel absolutely brilliant by the end of the show. People are going to be telling you all of the wonderful stuff that you did. I don't really get off on embarrassment. Unfortunately, in New Zealand, we have a lot of overseas hypnotists that will travel through, and they can just jump on a plane and leave again. So
that's right.
They tend to be a little unethical. You know, they'll treat this as an opportunity to do all those things that they've wanted to do, and unfortunately, a lot of people end up quite embarrassed by it. So
I think that's a really important part to know, that if you're watching at the moment thinking you'd love to be part of this show, you can be without thinking that he's not an evil hypnotist or anything like that. No. It's going to be fun, so you don't need to worry.
It is a lot of fun. I'm looking for creative and imaginative people, and really, you know, once they explore those parts of their imagination, they're going to surprise themselves too.
And the question always is, can anybody be hypnotised?
There's a small percentage of people who couldn't be hypnotised even if you hit them with a phone book.
And why is that?
There is just a small number of people, but you've got to remember there's a large number of people that can be hypnotised. Of those people, there's a fairly large percentage of the people that I'm looking for to take part in a show, because of course I'm looking for people that can respond to me very quickly. That's the boring part of the show, really, and I'm known as the quicknotist because I actually get through that part of the show fairly quickly. I use what are called rapid and instant inductions, and I'm looking for the best responders. But please volunteer, because there's nothing worse than finishing a show and people come up and say, oh, if I'd known I was going to have that much fun, I would have volunteered myself.
Yeah, I wish I'd done that.
It's too late. Yeah.
I know. Do people remember, so after they've been hypnotised, what's that? Can you describe what the feeling likes to be hypnotised? Do we remember what we're doing, and do we have control? Some
people do. You've got to remember everybody's an individual. As to whether you have control, I've heard it described to me that, you know, you really are on some level you're aware of what you're doing. You just can't help yourself. So it's more of an impulse, and that describes quite well a subconscious reaction, because of course it is just an impulse that you do, like a habit.
Right.
It's something that is very real to you at the time, but you're just not quite sure why it's happening.
Interesting. Gosh, you could talk forever about this, Reg. Just quickly, though, I wanted to let people know that you have done some amazing work with magicians, magic as well, and some tricks of yours have been published and sold, which is really good.
Yeah, I've just this week actually had two original effects that I created published by an American magic publishing company.
Congratulations.
So you can actually go online and buy that now as well.
That is wonderful. Yeah. Well, Reg, thank you so much. It's been lovely to meet you, and of course you can meet Reg in person this Saturday night at the Woolston Club. You'll be supporting Arthritis New Zealand Tickets are just $20, which is a really affordable price to enjoy a wonderful night out. So book them now on 03 366 8383.